Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Big Moon Arcade. We are moving right along. We talked about Galaga 3 on the last video, and now we're just going down the road, and we're going to talk about Ms. Pacman. Now, the Big Moon's kind of unique because it has two Ms. Pacmans. The one you're looking at actually isn't mine. Belongs to my buddy Will. And I don't know nearly as much about it as I know about this one over here. So we're going to talk about this one since I know more about it. Here's my Ms. Pacman. Now I found this, well, let me back up. This all started about 7 years ago with a yellow monster right there in the corner. I thought, I'm a grown-up. If I want to have an arcade game, I can have one. And so I found one, and that was the one I wanted, and I found it, and I bought it, and I put it in my house. And then I looked at it, and I played it a lot. And I said, hey, that's pretty cool. You know what would really be cool? If I had a Ms. Pacman sitting next to my Pacman, and it turned into this a few years later. So anyway, that's what happened. So Ms. Pacman was on Craigslist up in Franklin, Tennessee. And they had some pictures of it. And if I remember right, they wanted $250 for it. It didn't work. I went up there and I looked at it, and all the parts were there. And I bought it. And here it is. So, I brought it home and fixed it, rebuilt the monitor. It had an Electrohome G07 in it. Talk about that more in a minute because that's not what you're looking at now, but that's what it had. And got it looking pretty good. And bought a new control panel overlay here for it. Don't remember where I bought that. But put that on there, painted the control panel, doctored it up, make it look pretty good. The artwork's all original on it. It's kind of hard to see here on the sides, but it's faded, but it's all there. The marquee looks really sweet. Here recently, I put a new CRT in it. This is a Wells Garner 7200 series CRT, a little newer. And it looks totally awesome, fabuloso. And I had to buy a PCB for it, memory serving me, because the one that was in it was trashed. And so, over the course of time, I've got like 7 or 8 extra Pacman/Ms. Pacman PCBs. And they're basically the same thing other than just a couple chips and a daughter board. So you can make one into the other really easily, if you didn't know, which is pretty cool. In fact, if you look at the board inside this game that is obviously Ms. Pacman, it says Pacman on the board. It is an actual Pacman board and uses very many of the exact same components. So it's really interesting how they did that. What can you say? It's awesome. One of the greatest, one of the most played. Everybody loves it. 1981, people. All rights reserved. It's a boss. One of the best. You can't be legit unless you got a Ms. Pacman. And we got 2 of them, so, we're double legit. So really, that's all there is to say about it. I appreciate you coming along, and we're going to continue along here. And we're going to talk about every one of these machines here. And there's some really neat stuff to talk about. So looking really forward to it. Appreciate everybody, wherever you are and whoever you are. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you back at the Big Moon on the next video.